I'm talking as if my mic wasn't muted. What's going on, everybody? How is everyone in chat doing today? Smash that like button on the way in. Smash it like it owes you money. Thank you guys for stopping by today's stream. My hair looks really messed up right now in my hat, but it's okay. I'm wearing my Mets hat today, sadly, even though they are an absolute disaster of a franchise. What's going on, everybody? Hope everyone is having a great day. Happy Thursday. I honestly forgot it was Thursday until a little bit earlier. I'm excited. I'm excited for tonight's game. On paper, this game might not be the most exciting, but I think we're going to end up getting a better game than people are giving this game credit for. So we begin. Pumped. What's going on, man? So I got to figure out why does this stuff look like this is the biggest question. The question of the day. It's supposed to be in bubble form. There we go. Bubble is what we're looking for here. Pumped. What's up? Chuckleberry Finn, how you doing, my man? Should I trade Connor for Justin Herbert? Depends who your quarterback is. If I'm being honest with you, it really depends who your quarterback is. Fellas. Thinking of trading Fields, I need a running back bad. Who would you go after? Any running back that they're willing to send you. Probably someone like, let's think. Put on the thinking cap. Aaron Jones, for instance. Someone in that range. Pick 2, Lazard, Watson, Gabe, Mooney. I'm going Gabe, and I'm going with Lazard. Would you rather have Pickens or Watson this week? I would rather play Watson. Should I start Tyler Boyd over Darnell Mooney? Yes. Peoples Jones, because the game got moved, or Montgomery. One quarterback, Fields, Lamar. Oh, I lied. Fields. And then Komet or Higbee. Komet, Lazard, Watson, Foreman. I'm going with Lazard and Foreman. What's up, chat? Everyone make sure you hit that like button. Need a quarterback, Wilson or Mariota? I am going with Marcus Mariota. Start Sanders or Patterson? I'm going Sanders. Start Lazard or Mike Williams? I'm going with Lazard. GOAT fantasy analyst. That's a fact, Dominic. Thank you. Thanks for the vids. Game coming up. Who would you start, Aaron Jones or Kirk Cousins? Oh, that's tough. I think I'm going to go with Kirk Cousins. You just have to go with the quarterback. You like that. A.J. Dillon or A-Rob? I'm a lean with A.J. Dillon. Allen Robinson seems like the biggest fool's gold pick this week. I talked about him on the Stokastic Fantasy Football channel today as a guy that I think is going to be a dud this week. I think a lot of people are going to talk themselves into him because, Cup's hurt. And then we haven't really seen anything this season that proves to me that even with Cup hurt, that we're going to be seeing a decent workload for Mr. Allen Robinson. Thank you for the super chat, Roy. I greatly appreciate it. Hello. Pick 2, Rondale Moore, Palmer, or Watson? Great question. So it does appear that tonight we are going to, or not tonight, this weekend, we are going to end up seeing both, what's it called? On Sunday, we're going to be seeing Keenan Allen as well as Mike Williams. Just had a bit of a brain fart there. So I think that Palmer now kind of falls off the edge of the earth. Not necessarily like a bust of a play, right? You could still play him if you have to because they're going to be playing from behind in this matchup. Should be a higher scoring game. But I'm personally going to go Rondale Moore and Christian Watson. Watson might end up being a dud tonight, if I'm being honest with you. But I feel a lot more confident in Watson than I do in Palmer. So Rondale Moore is a lock for sure. I love Rondale Moore in this spot, even if Hollywood Brown is back. I still think Rondale Moore is a good game. And then I'm going to go with Watson. Thank you for the super chat, Nathan, as well. Would you trade Kelsey and Fournette for Henry and Kirk? My current running backs are Connor, Fournette, and Walker. I have Jefferson, Waddle, and Cup as well. Would you trade Cup if your record is 5-5? So when it comes to Cooper Kupp, I would be looking to trade him right now because if he comes back 6 weeks from now, that is week 17, which might be your championship game. If he comes back 4 weeks from now, that's week 15. Do you really want to play the chance that he comes back for your playoffs when you might not even be in the playoffs if your record is 5-5? So yes, I would look to get rid of him. And then is Kirk, Christian Kirk, I would assume, right? Not Kirk Cousins. Who's your other tight end, Nathan? Let me know in the chat. Who's your other tight end that you have? Because if you have another decent tight end, I'm fine getting rid of Kelsey. Okay. Nathan, let me know who your other tight end is. because that really hinges on this question. Connor looks like he's on the up and up. Fournette looks like he's kind of on the down. I can pick up Komet. Okay, then you're doing this trade very easily if you can pick up Komet. So I'm getting Henry and Kirk, easily picking up Cole Komet. Smash the accept button on this trade. Good sir, Nathan. Smash the accept button. Pretty easy for me. Pretty easy for me. Your team's going to look incredible. Connor, now you're going to have Henry and Walker. You're going to have Jefferson, Waddle, and Kirk. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss, Nathan. I'm doing that. Jawan Johnson or Robert Toenail. I'm going Johnson. Is Christian Watson a safe play? I don't think he's safe, but I do think he's going to be seeing touches. I would play him over DeAndre Carter. Oh, wait. I would play him over Al Robinson, 100%. Garrett Wilson or Christian Watson? I would rather play Garrett Wilson. What's up, Spock? How are you doing, man? Christian Watson or Rondell Moore? I'd go with Watson. Start Fields or Lamar Jackson, and would you start Lazard or Watson? I'd start Lazard, and I'd start Fields. Yes. Fuck what they say. Huge fan of your work, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Otto Wahlberg's skates. I don't know why the hell I thought his name was Wahlburger. Like, have you ever seen that TV show? Full PPR, James Conner or Isaiah Pacheco. So Isaiah Pacheco is going to be getting work now. The problem is Andy Reid may have tickled our balls a little bit because I do understand that last time out, CH had 4 total snaps. And Pacheco had like 1 million touches. McKinnon had a lot of touches because he caught a lot of passes. But in my opinion, I think that I would go with James Conner. I think he's a little bit safer. We saw just how good he was last week. So I'm going to lean with James Conner. Maybe this is the game, the James Conner fucking flip around here. And James Conner's really turned everything around. He's going to be amazing going forward. I'm not saying that's a lock to happen, but I definitely prefer James Conner over Pacheco. Mike Williams, Rondale, Garrett Wilson, Palmer, or Mooney. Pick one. I'm playing Garrett Wilson. Swift or Watson as a flex. I'm playing Watson. Dude, Swift's probably going to end up smacking this week. Like, he's going to go crazy probably because I've been so negative towards him, but I don't feel confident at all in Swift. Watson or Swift or Deontay Johnson? I'm going Swift. I'm going Watson. What up, Nick Sandy? What up, Legendary One? How you doing, good sir? Ranked by starting team: Herbert, Diggs, D-Hop, Mixon, Pierce, Everett, Joshua Palmer. Your team looks pretty good to me. Solid 8.5 out of 10. Trade away Fields and Olave. Still have both buys for Herbert and Walker. If you need a running back, yeah, I'm fine doing that. Tony over Watson. Yeah, because of all the injuries in Kansas City. I've been watching you since week 8, and I've won my last 3 weeks. Hell yeah. Great to hear. Great to hear. That's awesome. It's always funny, like in the chat, there's people that are probably watching the stream right now that have never seen me before. And there's also going to be people that have been here since I started like 3 years ago. And that's why it's always very interesting. I appreciate all your guys' support, though. It doesn't make you any better if you're some OG, you know? Just kidding. I appreciate all the people that have been here for a while as well. Spock's been a day one guy in here. There's a couple of you guys who have been here for a long time. So I really appreciate all you guys. Never seen your biceps because they're too huge. I have to, you know, block them with my sweatshirt. I appreciate all you guys. Love you guys all. Amon-Ra St. Brown and T. Higgins, but just picked up Mike Williams and Hollywood Brown for the practice today. I'm rolling with Amon-Ra and T. Higgins. McLaurin, Watson, or Mike Will. Don't overthink it. Go McLaurin. 3 years strong. Yes, sir. Rise above everything. There's a lot of you guys that have been in here. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have been here for a while. Crack-a-Man. I haven't seen... Where's my boy Crack-a-Man been? I haven't seen him in a little bit. But he does comment on the video, so he is still watching. Still watching. Swift, Cordero, Kadarius Toney, Rondale. Pick one for flex play. I'm playing Cordero personally. Carcast, what's going on, man? You've been here for a while too. How are you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well. Legendary One's been here for a while as well. Andrew. JT or Kenneth Walker rest of the season? JT. Lazard or Watson? Lazard. Pick 2. Mixon, Pierce, or James Conner. Mixon, Pierce, James Conner. I'm going Mixon and Pierce. Mike Will and Garrett Wilson for Amon-Ra. I'd rather have Amon-Ra. Tony, Mooney, or Gabe at the flex. I'm going Gabe. Um, so the fact that the game's in Detroit is very annoying. Um, Very bad. But that it moved to Detroit for me as a Dolphins fan because I wanted the Bills to lose and I thought they would lose in a game where it was super snowy. And here in the when it's perfectly fine in the dome, obviously Josh Allen's gonna fucking let it rain haymakers. How are my drafters teams doing? So I'm gonna go Gabe. I haven't checked. Brett, what I try to do is just not look at any of that shit because I feel like if I look, I will be either very disappointed or very happy. That's what happened to me last year. Going into the Super Bowl, I had a team that had Burrow, Jamar Chase, Mixon. Um, who was the wide receiver two on the Rams last year? I had him. I had Van Jefferson, and I had Darrell Henderson and Higbee. And I didn't end up, I won like $100. It was like the biggest disappointment ever. So that's why I don't check it. I'm going to just hop back on at the end of the season. If I won money, I win money. If I lose all the money, I lost all the money. Best ball is incredibly fun. But when I put my entries in, I know for sure. Yeah, Odell. I had Odell. That's who it was. I had Odell. Yeah, it was. Um, Things were looking really promising going into that final Super Bowl. And then ultimately, I didn't end up hitting the nuts, but it was very interesting. I know on DraftKings I'm doing okay because I check DraftKings all the time because I bet on there all the time and I'm on there for DFS. They're doing okay. I have a couple of teams that look like I had one team, and then we'll go back to answering questions. I had a team with Tua, Tyreek Waddle, and Cooper Cup, and it was looking so good. And now Cooper Cup's hurt, of course. That's just how the cookie crumbles, man. Rate my team: Joe Shiesty, JT, Damian Pierce, Amon Ra, Mari Cooper, Kittle, Juju, Daniel Carlson, Eagles D. Thoughts? I think your team looks amazing. I'd keep Herbert over Fournette. I get that. Gus Bus and Christian Kirk for Amari Cooper. I would rather have Cooper, to be honest with you, but I don't think that's too much. Assuming you have running back depth. Jamar Chase on crutches. Yeah, he is on crutches now. He was not last year, though, going into that Super Bowl game. Last year's Super Bowl seemed like, I don't know, maybe this is just bias because I was really heavily invested, like thinking the Bengals were going to win the whole thing. Like, that was a really interesting Super Bowl. It was funny that before the season even started last year, I don't remember when this was. I think it was in like March. I predicted that the Rams would win the Super Bowl, which I thought was funny. Watson, Tony, or Campbell, Tony for me. Getting nervous about Chase. I read he's not really working yet. Yeah, he's not walking yet. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't play again this year. I've kind of talked about this before that I was nervous about Jamar Chase coming back. That's just how I feel. Flex, Cordero Patterson, Devontae Smith. I'm going with Cordero Patterson. How do you feel about Mitchell this week? I think he's a safe play, but his upside is capped by Christian McCaffrey. Should I trade Justin Herbert for Leonard Fournette? Oh, dude, I see. The problem is I like Fournette, but I feel like I'd want to get something more, but Herbert isn't worth a lot. That's the problem. Herbert's not really worth anything. I actually think Leonard Fournette's going to be fine going forward, so I think I would be fine doing that. But I would think about trying to send in some more offers for a running back that's slightly better. Watson or Gallup or Palmer or London or Marshall Jr. I'm going with Watson. One flex, Gabe Davis or Damian Pierce. I'm going to go with Gabe Davis. But again, guys, I always talk about this. I always go for the highest upside possible. If you want to play it safe, then you can go with Damian Pierce. Pierce is much safer, but I like the upside of Gabe Davis. Thoughts on Justin Herbert? Thinks he steps it up. I agree. I think he's going to step it up. I talked about this on the Stokastic Fantasy Football channel, how actually his schedule really opens up. I don't remember who they're playing off the top of my head. I know they're playing the Chiefs this week, but their schedule really opens up to matchups where I think Justin Herbert will be able to eat, like Brett said, with Keenan Allen and Mike Williams potentially back. That really just increases the upside mightily of Justin Herbert. I know this hasn't been his best year. His O-line is banged up. I am someone who likes to make fun of Justin Herbert because Tua is better, of course, but it is very It is very promising what Herbert might do to end the season. Thoughts on Foreman going forward? I feel like Chuba Hubbard has kind of been cucked out of his role, and that Foreman is now the guy. Now, I'm not here banging the drum aggressively for Foreman as like a top 12 guy, but I think he will be a top 24, 20-ish running back going forward. Tony Pittman or Elijah Mitchell. I would go ahead and lean with Tony. Boyd or Gabe Davis at wide receiver 2. I'd go Boyd. Mike Will has 2 limited practices coming off a high ankle sprain. Should I trade Sutton and Komet for him, or is that too much? If I'm being honest with you, with how Komet has played, I think that is too much. I think Mike Williams helps Herbert out a ton, but I don't know how valuable Mike Williams is going to be. I have him on one of my teams. I don't know if I'm necessarily in love with throwing him into my lineup this week. Yes, it is a shame what happened to Odell in the Super Bowl, but he'll be back soon, baby. By the end of November. I'm not a big Odell guy, but he is incredibly talented. I saw a video of him. I think it was Melvin Ingram of the Dolphins. I could be wrong though. He was with one of the Dolphins players. Imagine fucking Tyreek, Waddle, and Odell. Sheesh. But apparently Odell wants a multiple year deal, not just like a 1 year rental type deal. So I don't think the destination will be the Dolphins. Do I think Mike Williams plays? I think there is a chance. I'd say probably a 40% chance he plays. Watson, Tony, or Palmer, I'd go Tony. I like Eli. I like Eli too, but the problem is I just feel like we might just see, nice Eli game last week. This week, McCaffrey scores 3 touchdowns, right? Or something like that. Should I trade Jay Jettas and Cordero and Lockett for T.Op. Evans and James Conner? Oh, fuck, Sean. That's a tough trade because I think that's pretty even. So we have to kind of break this down. Justin Jefferson is worth more than Evans for sure, but D-Hop, if Kyler gets healthy, D-Hop's worth a ton. I think I do this trade, but I'm not like banging the drum for you to do it. Palmer or Pickens, I'd go Pickens. Pick 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and a flex. Henry, Barkley, Eckler, Tony, Sutton, McLaurin, Olave, Ayuk, full PPR. Thanks, Notorious, no problem. We're going to go Olave, McLaurin, Henry, Barkley, Eckler. Do we trust Key now when he comes back this week? I will not be telling all of you guys to jam him into your lineup. I'm just not going to tell you that. If you want to play him, you can. I am not overwhelmingly confident in him, though. He's a great player. I would rather him have a good game on my bench than me throw him out there and him absolutely suck donkey cock for fantasy purposes. So that's just how I feel. Herbert's value jumps a ton. I agree. Garrett Wilson or Perry Campbell? I'm going Garrett Wilson. I think this Paris Campbell upward trend kind of ends here. I hope it doesn't because I am a huge fan of Paris Campbell. He's on a lot of my best ball teams. I loved Paris Campbell in the offseason. I don't remember exactly why. I just talked myself into him being the wide receiver 2, and then this narrative in my head that Matt Ryan was going to be good, and that obviously wasn't true. But hey, Paris Campbell's been eaten. Bro, you're the GOAT, shouting out your day 1s and 2s. That's dedication to keep killing it. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I appreciate everyone who stops by on these streams, man. It means the world to me. Captain Spock, I'm the flex. Thanks. What do you think about Mike Williams? Yeah, again, I answered that before. I'm not too sure if Mike Williams plays. Tony Pittman or Elijah Mitchell? I'm going Tony. Next question here. Don't forget me next year. Yeah, I won't. I won't. I think we need to get a league going next year. Should I trade Kamara and CD or D-Hop for Jacobs and Debo or Evans? Oof. I would do Kamara. And I'm not doing that. There's no way I could do that. I feel like you'd be losing that trade. I need 2 running backs: Robinson, Harris, Jones, Mitchell. I'm going B-Rob and Aaron Jones. Should I hold Jalen Warren or stream? I'm holding Jalen Warren, but I don't want to play him this week. What do you think about Hollywood Brown rest of the season? I like his upside, but his upside is capped by D-Hop. London, Gallup, or Palmer? I'm going London. Need to start 2 receivers and a flex: Eli Mitchell, Lazard, Pittman, Ayuk, Jalen Warren, Devontae Smith, or Landry. I'm going Devontae Smith. I am going with Lazard, and I'm going with Ayuk. Commanders or Packers defense? Who are the Commanders playing this week? The problem is once we get talking on certain things, I forget who teams are playing. I think the Commanders have a good matchup this week. Off the top of my head. They're playing the Texans. I'm going Commanders defense. Stream Slayton or keep Warren. Well, if you have to play Slayton this week, then yeah, I'd rather have Slayton than Warren. But if you're just holding, I'd hold Warren. Pick 3 receivers to start this week: Olave, Rondale Moore, Hollywood Brown, Mike Williams, DJ Moore, Monra. I'm going to Monra, Olave, and Rondale Moore. Should I trade Waddle and Fournette for Cooper Cup? I'm in first in my league. Do not do that. Do not do that, because what could happen is Cooper Cup could just never return. So I'm not doing that. Schultz or Andrews this week? Andrews, Swift or Michelle? I hate Swift, by the way. I hate Swift too. I'd go Swift. Odell to the Packers. That'd be interesting. Should I trade Kamara? I already read that one. Trade Hill for a second and ninth in 2024. I'm in third in my league, but almost no picks next year. Are you talking about Tyreek Hill? So the problem is in Dynasty, what you want to do is you want to either be all the way in or all the way out. Um, how does this work? How is there a ninth overall, like the ninth round pick? Like, how deep is this Dynasty draft, or is this like a keeper league? Is that what this is? Questions like this are confusing. Give me some Nate, let me know in the chat how this league works, and then I can answer your question. D-Hop didn't practice today. Hammy? Yeah, I know. I think he'll be fine, though. There's always worrisome, though. Antonio Gibson. Samuel, I'm going Antonio Gibson. Herbert for Fournette. I have Herbert. And Hurts in my number 1. I guess you could do it if you really want to. Can you rank these in relations to some of the wide receivers? You possibly play them over. Yeah. So when it comes to Tony, there's so many injuries on the Chiefs. My receiver rankings will drop tomorrow. Got to record that tomorrow. But off the top of my head right now, I'm just going to pull up a list and I'm going to read off some names. So I like Tony a decent amount. I like Tony more than I like guys like Garrett Wilson, Curtis Samuel, Deontay Johnson, Adam Thielen, Christian Watson, Darius Slayton, Allen Robinson, Drake London, DPJ, Paris Campbell. I like him more than Mooney. I like him more than Rondell Moore. I like him more than DJ Moore. I like him more than Pittman. I like him more. That's about the range. So I hope that helped you. Keeper league, 3 keepers. Yes, Tyreek Hill. Okay, keeper league, 3 keepers. Oh fuck. If you're in third, I think you just want to try to win. So I would not trade him. Boxy Kevin, thank you for the super chat. W or L trade? I traded away Boyd for Lockett. What's funny about this trade, Boxy Kevin, is this is not an L, nor is it a W, in my opinion. Since Chase is coming back soon, we're assuming Chase is going to come back soon. Assuming. I don't know if that's actually going to be the case. But again, I'm not a doctor, so what do I know? But what I was going to say before I got off track here is that I think this is a very even trade, right? Because if Chase comes back in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, then Chase obviously is going to completely derail anything Boyd has in the playoffs. And Lockett would be way better. But if Chase never returns, which is also in the cards, in my opinion, then the trade's kind of just right? Because Lockett's still really good. What's up, Ron? I think you won this trade ever so slightly. I am a big fan of Lockett. I think Lockett's really good. Gino needs to just keep playing at this pace, and then we're going to be very excited about how Lockett finishes the season. So I think this is a slight W, ever so slightly, just the tip of a W, but a W no less. A W no less. Thank you for the super chat. James Conner, Thielen, or Joshua Palmer in my flex. I would go with James Conner. What's going on? Are we dropping Gerald Everett? Yeah. Unless you have no one else, then I'm fine playing him, but he's not a guy I love this week. Also, Connor or Swift at running back. Connor, Tony or Ayuk. Tony for me. I think I'm going to have Ayuk ranked higher than him, but I actually feel more confident in Tony. I have the biggest question. My quarterbacks play each other in a spicy matchup. Who do I play, Dak or Cousins? Dak. Tony, if the Chiefs wide receivers are banged up. These Chiefs wide receivers are fucked up. They put Hardman on the IR with a abdomen/sickness. This guy have like the black plague or something? Why the fuck is he on the IR for an illness? But he's got tuberculosis. That's a joke, obviously. Should I start Treylon Burke or Jahan Dotson? Oof. think I'm going to go with Burks tonight. Komet over Everett for show. Yes, for show. Sure, Kareem. Fournette or Rashad White, assuming both healthy for net. It was quite funny. All right, guys, real quick. Gotta pay the bills. Gotta keep the lights on. Otherwise, the lights are gonna fucking turn off in my room. DraftKings, sponsor of today's stream. If you're brand new to DraftKings, click on the link in the video description down below to activate your offer. If you bet $5 on any sport pregame money line, you receive $200 in free bets if your bet wins. Since your bet has to win, I think you should go to college football. My favorite bets in college football this week: Ohio State minus 6,000 at Maryland, Florida State versus Louisiana Lafayette minus 2,400. So I like Florida State or Ohio State. Bet $5 on that if you're a brand new user and click the link in the video description. You receive $200 in free bets if that bet wins. If DraftKings is legal where you live, make sure you take advantage of this offer before it's too late. If someone told you that you could turn $5 into $200 for free, basically, you should probably do it. So make sure you guys check that out. Link in the video description. Not going to sit here and shill for them for super long, but do make sure you check that out if you are new to DraftKings. Trade Foreman or Jamal Williams for Ayuk or Amon-Ra. I would trade Foreman for Amon-Ra in roughly 7 seconds. Or Jamal Williams, either of them. Pick 3. Juju, probably out. D-Hop, Wilson. All right, so I'm going Boyd. Going D-Hop. I'm going Tony. Duvernay is just taking up a spot on my bench. Do I drop him for either Taysom, Komet? I drop him for Komet. Komet for me. I would rather have Ayuk and St. Brown. I agree with that. Duvernay, yeah, I'm dropping him. Dropping him for Komet. All right. Everyone hit that like button, baby. Should I trade? No problem. Should I trade Tyreek for ETN and MVS? Have PPR. I'm kind of lagging a running back with only CMC and Patterson. All right. Fuck. I honestly don't think you can do that because Tyreek Hill can literally carry you all the way to the championship. So I wouldn't do it. I'm fine with Cordero and CMC. I'm not doing that. Which rookie wide receiver do you think will break out during the rest of the season? Oof, that's tough. I mean, Olave is already broken out. So is Wilson. I hope it's Treylon Burks. So I'm gonna say Burks. Is it time to drop CEH? If you need to pick someone else up, then yes. But if you're just like he's just on your bench, like you don't need anyone, I'm holding him for one more week because this bastard, Andy Reid, is talking about how like, oh, maybe we're to give him more work this week. I would just hold him for now and then hope that maybe everything becomes right in the world and we end up seeing him have a great game this week. All right. So we're holding CH for now. DPJ, Pickens, Patterson, A-Rob in the flex. We're going Patterson. Guys, I'm targeting. He's hurting for running back. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing that easily, man. That trade is a fucking absolute ripoff. I got to get ready for work, but I just got to say shout out to Nikki. I'm in first place right now. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, no, I get what you meant, man. Defense to stream this week was thinking Commanders or Saints due to the matchup. What do you think? I like both the Commanders and the Saints. I'd probably lean with the Commanders. Pick 2, Lazard, Ayuk, Moore, Garrett Wilson. I'm going to go with Lazard and Ayuk. What up, Nick? Hurts or Fields? Call me crazy. We're going Fields. Eric Torres says pick 2 for the week. Debo, CD, Tony, Rondell, Garrett Wilson, Mike Will. CD and Debo. AJ Dillon and Samaje Perine. Thanks. Got to go AJ Dillon. Flex play Pacheco, DPJ, Warner, Carter. Let's go. I'm going DPJ. Thoughts on Pollard for the rest of the season? I pray to the fantasy gods. Pray to the fantasy gods above that Zeke is not the guy in Dallas. Problem is, he probably still is. So my thoughts on Pollard are that he has so much upside, but he's risky weekly because Zeke is there. Saints defense or Ravens defense? Ravens are playing the Panthers. I'd go with the Ravens. Garrett Wilson or Adam Thielen? Garrett Wilson. What about Gabe Davis and Gus Edwards for Monroe? I think Gabe would be. Yeah, I mean, you could do it if you want. I just think that what scares me is that I think Gus could end up being a league winner, and I love Gabe Davis. But sure, you can do it. Tua or Geno rest of the season? I'd rather have Tua. Is Juju playing? Um, no, I don't think so. I mean, let me just fix my camera really quick. I don't think he's going to play. I've already looked up a lot of stuff about him during the week. I would be shocked if he played. Shocked if he played. Thanks. I have another offer. Tyreek Hill for Adams and Tony. I'm doing that easily. Yeah, I have already checked today multiple times. Moreau or Dulcich? Dulcich for me. Do you think Keaton Allen will be limited in his first game back? I think he'll be healthy, but I'm cautious to start him. With Commanders or Saints defense, Commanders in Houston, Saints at home in New Orleans, still Commanders. Yeah, I would still go with the Commanders. Kirk or Russ for the week? I would rather go with Kirk. Is it too? If it's too much, I understand. But who are your picks for the week? To win every game, I can just read it off right now. NFL schedule. It only takes a couple of seconds, anyways. I think next year I'm gonna try to do a betting picks vid on Saturday for next year. I bet a lot, so I think it would be good. It also, goes hand in hand with our sponsor DraftKings. So real quick, I'm going to read off who wins every single game this week in my opinion. Could be wrong. My opinion will change by Sunday. I can almost guarantee you that. Titans Packers, I'm taking the Packers. Bears Falcons, we're going with the Bears. Panthers Ravens Ravens. Browns Bills Bills. Commanders Texans, we're going to go with the Commanders. Eagles Colts Eagles. Jets Patriots Patriots. Rams, Saints, Lions, Giants. I'm going to go with the Giants. Raiders, Broncos. The Raiders are fucking dick cheese. We're going with the Broncos. Cowboys, Vikings. I like the Cowboys. Bengals, Steelers. I like the Bengals, but the Steelers are sneaky. Chiefs, Chargers. Chiefs by a million. 49ers, Cardinals. 49ers. That is my take for this week. Keep pounding. Did I say that the Panthers were going to win? No. The Panthers are going to get absolutely smoked by the Ravens. I'm sorry to tell you, Rob. I'm sure you want them to lose anyways. Daddy Nick, should I start both Lazard and Watson today? In that case, yes, I would. Who wins the trade? Debo and Mike Williams for Schultz and Evans. I would rather have Schultz and Evans. Pacheco or Ayuk? I'd go Ayuk. Check Juju status. I'll check it one more time for you, just for you. But it's not gonna be the best. I'll say that right now. Roto World, Juju Smith Schuster. I think that they changed their name to fucking NBC Sports Edge. It's such a fucking stupid name. Such a stupid name. Concussion did not practice Thursday. Smith Schuster remains in the protocol, and this status really puts a damper on the idea that he'll be able to get out in time to play in week 11. We could see Juju practice on Friday and still not clear the concussion protocol. Kansas City's passing game will be in some disarray this week, making passers like Kadarius Toney and Justin Watson potential plays. That doesn't sound very good, does it? Does not sound very good. Not trying to be negative, though. Doesn't sound positive. Pittman run. Once I saw how Juju was lying on the field, I thought there was no way he was going to play in this game. No way. No way. After what happened to Tua, there was virtually no way if someone gets laid out like that they play the next game. 0% chance. 0% chance. 0% chance. But then again, the Juju injury wasn't like Tua's because it wasn't like everywhere. Like I didn't see like on ESPN or just on TV in general like Juju fucking on the ground. I never saw that, but I saw Tua everywhere. Pittman, Runham, or Olave, Watson. We're going to go with Watson and Olave. Foreman or Aaron Jones? Aaron Jones. Kamara, Jamal Williams, Pacheco, Kamara. Andrews back from injuries or start comeback. I'm going Andrews. Faux show. What's up, brother? Need a flex. Watson or Tony? We're going Tony. With the news of Hardman, yeah, we're going Tony. Go Pack, go. Go Packers, baby. Don't really care about who wins tonight's game, but technically, as a fan of an AFC team, I would like the NFC team to win. So that's just my read on things. Alrighty. Damian Pierce, Sanders, or Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones. Juju did not practice Thursday. Yeah. Lamau, we need those losses. That's a fact you do. Trade Fields, Olave, Swift, and Hurst for Adams, Murray, Hawkinson, and Montgomery. Fuck no, baby. No. Lazard or Campbell. Lazard, Swift, or Drake. Drake? I think it just depends. You're going to have to ask me this again on Sunday because if Drake's the guy on Sunday, I'm playing Drake. If not, I'm going Swift. Christian, what's his name? Watson tonight or Christian? What? Dude, I just had the biggest brain fart trying to read that. Oh, that's the question. That's the question. Christian Watson. Christian Watson. Bengals or Packers, D? Packers. If no, Murrayus, Russell Wilson, or Marcus Mariota. Boyd. You're a real one, Nick. We love you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone smash the like button on today's stream. We need the likes, baby. It pushes the stream out to more people. Helps us out a ton. Devils tied 1-1 with the Leafs. I know no one cares about football. I mean, hockey. Everyone cares about football. Yeah, I saw this, Ron. Thank you for texting it to me. D-Hop did not practice today. It is kind of worrisome, but I normally don't panic until Friday. Like, for instance, if he's not in practice on Friday, I'm going to panic mightily. I am going to shit my pants if he does not practice on Friday, because then that means he's probably out. Thoughts on the matchup for the James Conner? I don't love the matchup, but I think he's just going to get so many carries. What's up? Lost Cup. So I'm left with Debo, McLaurin, London, Sutton, and Christian Watson. Need two in a flex. We're going to go McLaurin, Debo, and Watson. Should I trade Chase, Rashad White, and Mike Evans for ETN and Amon-Ra? Yes. Foreman or Sanders? Foreman or Sanders? Sanders. Drop Curtis for Kadarius Toney. Yes. Hoping for a Traylon Burks breakout game. I hope so. Christian, yeah, Christian Watson. Not worried about Aaron Jones tonight. Not worried at all. I'm rolling with him. The worst thing about trying to fucking comment on people's like YouTube videos and stuff is when I use my phone, every time I answer one of your guys' comments, there's always like some type of fucking misspell. Because on my phone, I cannot type for some reason. I don't know what it is. Aaron Jones. This lineup's absolutely insane. So I'm gonna play it. All right. I'm not worried at all. Literally just playing one more DFS lineup. I answered one lineup into the DraftKings $500,000 contest, and I did one single entry lineup. I'm taking home the 500K because I used my brain to make that one. And I'm taking home the 500K tonight, just so you guys know. There will be a hell of a celebration tomorrow if I do win $500,000, though. The video is going to be crazy. Any worries about... I'm not worried, like I said. Komet or Fryermuth? Komet. Pollard, Watson, PPR, Flex. I'm going with Pollard. Sometimes when I type, I get a stroke, too. Which three do I start at? Mon-Ra, Terry, Pittman, or Gabe Davis? I'm going to Mon-Ra, Terry, and Gabe. Christian Watson, Palmer, or Swift if I start Drake as the running back? Christian Watson. Rate my team. Josh Allen, D-Hop, Boyd, Wilson, Myers. Oh, your team's really good. That's an A. Deontay Johnson or Drake London? I'm going Johnson. Thoughts on Eno going to Houston? I think he's the handcuff now for Dameon Pierce, but I'm not worried about Dameon Pierce. You're by far the best fantasy streamer, my man. Thank you. Love the channel. Has grown from a year ago. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're to keep on fucking keep on growing. Trying to get that 100,000 play plaque. You know what I'm talking about? Like when you get 100,000 subscribers, they give you a plaque. I've wanted that ever since I was a kid. They've had these, so I really want one of those. So we're gonna go ahead and get it. And you know how we get there? Not from me, from you guys just continuing to watch the videos because it boosts the videos up every time you like and comment and all that. It really helps. So I appreciate all you guys. Love all you guys. I got this new chair today. Me and my dad set it up before the stream. I'm not a professional at setting things up. Basically, my dad set it up. I kind of just watched. But hey, it is what it is. It's looking nice. It feels really comfortable. I like it. Juju just went to 0 points and the column turned orange. Guess he's out. He's not 100% out, but I would be shocked if he played. I think he's out, but I'd be shocked if he played. When you make it, don't leave us. No, I'm not gonna leave us, man. You can buy that play plaque on eBay. Definitely. Start Gabe Davis, Devontae Smith, or Boyd. Oh, sit one. I'm sitting Devontae Smith. Nico Collins or Chase Claypool or Hunt in the flex. I would go with Nico Collins. Nick pick two. I'm going Monty and Stevenson. Should I start Lazard, Watson, Tony, or Sutton? I'm going Lazard. What's up, Ron? I honestly don't think you can buy a play button on eBay. Trade or keep Hurst. I am trading Hayden Hurst. Do I start Watson, Palmer, Hunt, or DPJ? I'd go with Watson. Go with Watson. All right, I gotta check my fantasy lineups too while we're on here. Make sure my lineups are correct. Some of my teams are in absolute dismay right now. Some of my fantasy football teams are in the fucking gutter right now. I don't think you can. Yeah, no, I know. You know what's funny? I forgot some YouTuber got sued, and the guy who sued him took his like YouTube diamond play button when you get like 10 million subscribers or something. Shit was funny as hell. I don't remember who it was though, or what it was about, but it was very. I remember at the time seeing that and thinking that was hilarious. Obviously, no one in the chat is gonna find that to be very funny, but I thought it was. I've been listening to Drake's album with 21 on fucking read. I need to listen to something else. Um, I also like Joe Burrow has a playlist on Spotify. It's called Video Games by Joe. I like his playlist. By, by young Joe Shiesty. Um, pick two, Gabe Davis, Pittman, McLaurin. Also thoughts on Tony. I'm playing McLaurin and Gabe Davis. I like Tony a lot this week. Christian Watson, Slayton, Tony, or Palmer. Watson, Tony. Trade or keep Dalton Schultz at the flex behind Kelsey. I would trade Dalton Schultz. Hi, Nick. I traded Chubb, Pollard, and Komet for Henry. I think that's a lot to give up for Henry. But hey, Henry's playoff schedule is soft, so we shall see. Especially if Pollard gets the can for Zeke. But I don't know if I love that trade. I need to win every single league game in my 14-team league in order to be even close to making the playoffs. My team's 3-7. I'm on a 7-loss streak. My team's amazing. Oh, I can't win worth anything. I need to purchase a win on eBay or something. Pick two. Thank you for the super chat, Explorer. Mooney, Watson, DJ Moore, Amari Cooper, half PPR. Great question. So Amari Cooper for sure. I was really worried about Amari Cooper because of the snow. And then they move it to Detroit. What's funny is there's actually a circus right now inside of the Detroit Lions field. Ford Field right now has like, what are those called? The circle things. Oh, Nick, you dumb bastard. Everyone knows what those things are called. Oh no. Oh no, my brain's failing me. You know what I'm talking about? Like the circle thing, you sit in it, spins around. I'm gonna look like a dumbass. Everyone knows what that's called, but they had one of those. They have these roller coasters. They have all types of shit in Ford Field, and they gotta get it out, and then play on Sunday, and then they play on Thursday there. Ferris wheel, carousel. I was looking for either of those words. Those are the correct words. So yeah, they had to get that out of there. Now it's going to be Browns playing there. Brain lock. Yeah, it was a brain fail right there. But yeah, Amari Cooper for sure. Going with Amari Cooper. And then I just think it's funny that there's like all this shit set up and they just have to take it all out and set up for the game. And then we are going to go with Christian Watson. Watson is very risky. Very risky. High risk, high reward. I'm a high risk, high reward player. So I'm going Watson and Amari Cooper. That was a huge brain lock. That is so weird because Ferris wheel is the most obvious thing ever. Keemstar took Austin McBroom's button to pay off his debt from the YouTube boxing match. That is what it was, Caitlin. I don't know how the hell you remembered that. You're much smarter than I, because I remember seeing that and thinking it was hilarious. Adam Thielen, Michael Pittman, David Montgomery, Brian Robinson. Sorry if this is obvious. My very new to the NFL fantasy. Nothing is an obvious question, just so you know. Just so you know. This question is not obvious, just so you know. I'm going David Montgomery and Brian Robinson. Would you trade Stevenson for Deontay Johnson and Devontae Smith? No. If all goes well, this will be my team in the playoffs. Yeah, I like your team a lot. So that's probably an 8.5 to 9. Gabe Davis. I'm sitting Smith. Rate my team: Mahomes, Jacobs, CMC, Higgins, Pittman. Your team is chef's kiss. It's amazing. Start what Miles Sanders? I'm starting Miles Sanders. DJ Moore, Rondell Moore. I think I'm still going Rondell Moore. Rondell Moore for Scary Terry. I'd rather have Scary Terry. All right, I'll try that. Thanks, no problem. Damian Pierce for James Conner and Godwin. Who wins? James Conner and Godwin. Have PPR got Fields, Daniel Jones, and Tom Brady on the bench. Can I trust Justin Fields for the rest of the season? Yes. You can just cut Daniel Jones. One second, guys. Thoughts on D-Hop's injury? Should I trust him for Monday? We're going to see what happens tomorrow on the injury report. Then we're going to see on Saturday. It should be very clear on Sunday if he's going to play or not, in my opinion. Pierce for Lockett and Pacheco, a fear trade. I would rather have Pierce, personally, but it is close. Foreman, Singletary, or Sutton? Foreman for me. Should I trade D-Hop and Sanders for JT and Evans? Yes, easily. Make sure you guys hit that like button on the stream. Helps me out a ton. I gotta plug my phone in. Does anyone else like? I've only had my phone for like 2 years, and I'm on it so often, like reading shit on Twitter, that my phone just dies in like 7 seconds. So I always got to make sure I charge that shit at night. Otherwise, it's gonna be dead when I go to sleep, or just die during the game. And I like to tweet during the game. I'm a serial tweeter. I love Twitter. I don't think I have anyone in tonight's games in any of my fantasy lineups, but I gotta check. You guys hit that like button. Like I said, any questions you guys have, leave them in the chat. We're gonna be here until 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. Start Rodgers or Carr? I'm going Rodgers. I picked up Christian Watson in one of my leagues, but the problem is I can't start him. So that kind of sucks. I also need a new defense in this league, but I'll worry about that soon. Thoughts on playing Hollywood Brown Monday if he's healthy? For me, I'm not playing him. I don't like that injury. There's no way he should be able to play this week. And if he does play, I think he's going to be limited. Should I trade Hollywood Brown and Komet for Mike Evans? Yes. Shane, thank you for the super chat, my man. What's up, GOAT? What's up to you, man? You're the GOAT as well. Would you start PPR Lazard, Rondell Moore, Cortland Sutton, Jacoby Myers, or gamble on Mike Williams? Mike Williams and Keenan Allen, I am not willing to gamble on. I think they're two terrific players. The issue is they've been hurt for so long. I don't feel confident playing either of them. My lean here would be pretty easy. It would be to go with Allen Lazard. I think Allen Lazard should be in for a big performance tonight. He shit the bed last week, obviously, but ultimately, one down game isn't going to sway me away from a guy who's been incredibly consistent. Instead of that, or outside of that game, he was really consistent this season. Obviously, the matchup against the Titans on paper isn't like a wet dream. It's not amazing, but it is pretty good. So I would probably lean with Allen Lazard, and I don't even think it's relatively close. I like Sutton a ton as well, but that's hinging on Jerry Jeudy not playing, and Jerry Jeudy could also play. So I'm just going to go with Lazard. And you also have to rely on Mr. Unlimited if you play Cortland Sutton. So we're going to go with Allen Lazard. If I had to rank them, I'd say I'd go Lazard, Sutton, Moore, Myers, Mike Williams in that order. So we're going to go Lazard. Start Tony or Sutton? I'm gonna start Tony. Antonio Gibson or Gus? Thanks. We're going Gibby. Rest of season, Carter or Watson? I think I'd rather have Michael Carter. Pick 2, Pittman, Tony, or Watson. Tony and Watson. Trade Zeke and Juju for James Robinson, David Montgomery. No. Thanks to you. I am 8-2. Very nice. You know what's funny? People will also be like, thanks to you, I'm fucking 3-7. Fuck you, Nick. Those comments are funny too. Because it's like just trying my best to help everyone, man. I'm not trying to sit here and screw your team over, sabotage your team on purpose. I mean, it's gonna happen. Everyone who I gave advice to today, I'm gonna get at least one of these questions wrong. Everyone knows that. So, Rodgers or Danny Dimes and have PPR Danny Dimes. Drop Taysom Hill to stash. I would drop Taysom Hill to stash Burks. Blah ha ha ha. Blah ha ha ha. Yeah, it's basically impossible to get every single question right. Literally impossible. Just getting some of the shit right is an accomplishment in itself. So, best running backs to target for trading away Dalton Schultz. Damian Pierce is coming off of Damian Pierce or Miles Sanders. Pick one: Olave, Davis, Tony. I'm going Olave. Full PPR. Need to fill a wide receiver flex. The problem with this chair is it's maybe too tall and it doesn't even go any lower. I'm like at the low. I guess technically I could just lift this up. So let's do that real quick. I didn't even think about that. I could just lift the camera itself. But yeah, this chair is nice and comfy. Flex, wide receiver flex offensive player. All right. Juju's not playing, so we're gonna go Tony, Slayton, Drake. Frymouth or Komet. Gabe Davis, Cooper or Slayton, Gabe Davis. Who is the running back one in Baltimore? I think it's going to be Drake, but we will see on Sunday. Again, tune in on Sunday for the stream because I'm going to be telling you guys who's lining up where because I follow every beat reporter across fucking America to figure these things out for us so that we can win. Lamar is, what a joke that is, Captain Spock. Never heard that one before. I don't remember who it was on Twitter. Off the top of my head. They were talking about how they love Justin Fields and how Tua is bad, and I said, of course, fucking Justin Fields is the best running back in the NFL. Justin Fields now is like the butt of that joke, like how it used to be Lamar. Now you can make that joke about Justin Fields. I would rather play Rondell Moore. No, I'm playing Ayuk, sire. Jimmy G or Goff? Jimmy G. You still starting Fields over Lamar this week? Yes. Start 2. From Gibson, DJ Moore, Watson. I'm playing Gibson and Watson. Is Kyler playing this week? I don't know. Mooney or Slayton? I would go Mooney. Damn, everyone's dipping out of this stream. Is my connection actually unstable? I don't know what the fuck is happening. We had 100 views like 5 minutes ago. Now it's dipping. It is what it is, though. Rondell Moore or Tony rest of the season? Tony. Heineke owns every NFL quarterback. That's a fact. Heineke's goated. You like Kadarius Toney more than Garrett Wilson? I do. I like Toney more than both of them. Ayuk or London? Ayuk. Is Stafford playing this week? I would assume so. Stream Wilson or Rodgers. 2 on bye. I'm playing Rodgers. Is A-Rob worth stashing? Yes. See, I don't think it's going to work out, but I do think he's worth stashing. Dude, if A.J. Dillon has a big game this week when I have to bench him in my league, I'm going to fucking break something. I can't stand A.J. Dillon, man. A.J. Dillon has fucking pissed me off so many times this year. Hey, Nick. I have a third place. What the hell is this? I have a third place team with a good shot at first. My quarterback's Carmelo. Should I drop that for Geno Smith? Yes, I would drop Derek Carr right now for him. Just so you know, I wasn't saying what the hell your question. I'm trying to pull up one of my fantasy teams. Tanyan or Everett? Let's just take this off the screen. Tanyan or Everett? We're gonna go Everett. Everett might not play, so we gotta go Tony Lockett for Pollard. Fair trade, yes. Ravens or Saints defense this week? Ravens. Thumbs up. Would you trade Damian Pierce for Jeff Wilson and James Robinson? No. What a stud. Gotta love it. Yeah, sometimes you could just have a fire team and your quarterbacks suck. Robinson or Foreman? Foreman. Commanders defense over Bears and Packers defense. I would rather have the Commanders defense. Yes. You think A-Rob is a better start of? Yes, I think he's the best of the LA Rams receivers. I don't want to start him this week though, if I'm being honest with you, but I think you can hold him. I am hoping that fucking bastard Deshaun Watson comes back and lights it up because in the one league where I have him, I am in dire need of a quarterback. That fucking massage bastard needs to help me out. Oh, man. My team is down astronomical in this league. Down bad. I might have to start fucking Mac Hollins this week. Ugh. Disgusting. Disgusting. What's up, my man? Just picked up Mike Williams and Tony. Who do you think is more upside? Tony. Russ or T-Law for my backup. Rest of the season, I'd rather have T-Law. Should I trade Hopkins and Pierce for Justin Jefferson? No, that's an overpay. Niners D or Commanders D? Niners. Yeah, Niners. Trade Najee Harris for Pittman. I'd rather have Pittman. How is Jesus Juice tonight, King Jacko? Am I just dumb for not understanding that joke, Captain Spock? Oh, man, I feel like an idiot. Pick 2, Gibson, Foreman, Patterson. Gibson and Patterson for me. No, Foreman and Patterson for me, sorry. Yes, I think Watson can get over 42 yards tonight. Pickens or Ayuk? Ayuk. Who you got tonight? I got the Packers. Mac the knife. The knife. Dude, that catch that Mac made on the Dolphins is still the craziest catch I've ever seen. That was literally the craziest shit I've ever seen. When Fitzpatrick threw him the ball, his face mask yanked sideways, and the guy just fucking, like, it was like one of those shots where he yells, Kobe, you know what I'm talking about? And he just fucking threw the ball. Perfect spiral right into his hands. I don't think I've ever seen something like that. Except for Tua playing every Sunday, you know, the best quarterback alive. I'm the best there ever is, plain and simple. I wake up in the morning and I piss excellence. It's a reference from Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson gave the kids the wine and told them it was Jesus juice. Oh, Jesus. What the fuck? Oh, man. Michael Jackson, bit of a weirdo. Bit of a sick fuck, I might add. A true sicko. True sicko, that guy. Maybe he was a nice guy, though. You never know. You never know. I don't know. I wasn't really alive during Michael Jackson's reign. Ian Rappaport just tweeted, wow, so we got to figure out what that means. Oh, I thought someone might have gotten injured or something. It was a little too serious for that. Dude, I look so tan in the thumbnail on my channel. So tan. What the hell? I was back from Chicago. Start Lazard or Peoples Jones. Want to go Lazard? Trade DJ Hawkinson for David Montgomery. I would do that. Gabe Davis or Juju. I would rather have. Well, Juju's not playing, so Gabe Davis. Thank you, Goat. No promise. Pacheco, a decent running back start. Yes. Trade TJ Hawkinson. Yes, I would do that. Pollard, Singletary, Najee. Pollard. I read the grand jury transcripts. The guy was guilty. You think so? Okay. See, I'm not too much into analyzing all that kind of stuff, to be honest with you. But I have heard of it before. I watched a whole podcast on it. Barstool has a podcast called Macro Dosing. Podcast very interesting. Old Texans running back Arian Foster used to be like my favorite running back in the NFL is on the show. He's very interesting. So if you ever want something, they talk about some real like conspiracy theory stuff. So if you ever want to check that out, no free ads though. Obviously, it's not like I know fucking what's his name? Like I know Aaron Foster or something. Do I start Andrews or Komet? I would start Andrews. Who would you say is your favorite defensive player in the NFL not on the Dolphins? You like Joey Bosa the best? Honestly, I think it's Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner's fucking nasty, man. Thanks for the advice, no problem. Just on some random shit, Tom Brady or LeBron James? Rather have Tom Brady. You know, LeBron apparently has a cast on tonight's game. You can watch the LeBron cast on Amazon. Who the fuck in their right mind is gonna watch LeBron talk about football? I fucking can't stand LeBron. So maybe I'm just not the person to ask about this, but LeBron fucking pisses me off. I have never been a LeBron guy. Never will be. I'll never be a LeBron guy. I've always hated him. I don't think he's the GOAT, but again, I don't really watch basketball that much, so. I like Jerry Alexander. Jerry Alexander's really good. Hey, would you start Chris Watson or Montgomery? I'd start Montgomery. I agree, Spock. I've seen some docs and such. I work with kids. No longer play anything, Jackson. That makes sense. I hate the way LeBron bitches at the refs. I agree with that. I don't know if that was a real statement that came out the other day about how LeBron saying some shit about how he needs to flop more or something to get more calls. It's like, dude, you fucking flop like a goddamn fish out of water every single time some slight inconvenience hits you. I literally cannot stand the guy. I don't know what it is. Something about him just pisses me the fuck off, and it always will. You know what's crazy, guys? I made a lineup. I built a lineup earlier, and I just ran one simulation to figure out what the sim's like over on Stokastic. And the simulation had basically the exact same lineup that I already played. So that just tells me right now that my brain is just firing on all cylinders. That my brain is basically a computer. That's what that tells me. This lineup's gonna win me $500,000, and then I will be showing up to my video tomorrow drunk. You know, if I won $500,000, there's no way I would be able to sleep. I probably wouldn't be able to sleep for like a week, to be honest with you. That's what we're hunting, baby. The big win. Have you ever seen the memes of LeBron James line? Yeah, that shit is so funny. I love those memes. What are your thoughts on Kadarius Toney? Do I start him over Gabe Davis? So my thoughts on Toney is that I love Kadarius Toney, the player. I think it's hilarious what he did to the Giants. All my friends are Giants fans, or not all of them, obviously. All my friends are fans of a bunch of different teams. Like my dad, obviously, is a Jets fan. A couple of my friends are Jets fans, Giants fans, Cowboys fans, Steelers fans, Seahawks fans. So I know a bunch of different fan bases, but yeah, Kadarius Toney, he's in a good spot, but I'd rather play Gabe Davis this week over him. Gabe Davis in the dome, chef's kiss. Kittle or Freiermuth. I do think you should still hold Toney though, but Gabe Davis, you got to play him, man. The upside is so high. Kittle or Freiermuth. Kittle. Stafford or Goff. Goff, he's a phony. Remember that little cast he put on after losing the finals? I'm a Steeler man. I want to thank you so much for Minka and Flores. Well, I fucking hate Brian Flores, and I will never not dislike him. He sabotaged, in my opinion, Tua. He literally sabotaged the fuck out of Tua. He fucked Tua over, and now Tua is the MVP of the league, hopefully. I got a nice bet on Tua, plus 1,000 to win the MVP last week. Now he's at plus 400. Looking to cash that bet. Looking to cash my Dolphins over 9.5 wins bet. Looking to cash my Dolphins division winner bet as well. I'm going to cash all of those. Make it rain. Should I start Aaron Jones? Yes. Yes, you should. Should I start the... I'm getting so many questions. Oh. That'd be funny as hell if one of these lives ends up winning. Should I start Aaron Jones? Yes. If your last name is Goff, don't name your kid Jack. Jack and Goff, baby. Would you help? If your Uncle Jack was stuck on a horse, would you help your Uncle Jack off a horse? I remember hearing that in middle school, thinking that was hilarious. That's an old joke, though. Gabe Davis or Olave? I'm going Olave. Thoughts on my team? Herbert, Aaron Jones, Damian Pierce, CD, Debo, Schultz, Cordero. Love that team. Thoughts? Higgins plus Ramondre. I'd rather have Higgins, Ramondre, and Gay. Starting Njoku or Higbee? Higbee. Whatever happened to Geno Atkins? That's a good question. Shut up. He's 34 now. I guess he's a free agent. Remember Geno Atkins? Remember how good Geno Atkins was? Damn. You just made me hop through memory lane. Geno Atkins was a fucking beast. There's this guy on YouTube who makes these videos about football. I don't know what his name is. He he used to make videos on Last Chance U. The guy's videos are outstanding. I don't know what his name is. He might have a video like "Where is Geno Atkins?" and you can watch that. So personally, drop Jalen Hurts. That's hilarious. What's your record in your worst league? 3-7. My 14-team league. I won 3 games in a row to start the season. 7-game loss streak. My best record I think is in my dynasty league. In redraft, my best record is 6-4 in our Stokastic work league. Should we be worried about DeAndre Hopkins' hamstring? Yes, but it is also veteran rest day. That's what I'm talking about. So I would wait. I wouldn't worry too much. Wow, Carcast. Wide receiver 2, tight end, and flex. Komet, Dulcich, and Cooks. Ayuk or Watson? Ayuk on a flex. Cooper, Tony Cooper. Should I stash Goddard for the rest of the playoffs, Nick? If you have IR, yeah, I agree with Spock. If you have IR. All right, guys, let's get fucking pumped for tonight's game. So exciting. Gotta love football, baby. If you guys are brand new to DraftKings Sportsbook, which we've talked about earlier on in the stream, make sure you click on the link in the video description down below. If you bet $5 on any pregame money line on any sport, you receive $200 in free bets if your bet wins. I went over a couple of picks. I really like Ohio State this week or Florida State on the money line. $5 to win $200 if you are a brand new user. I always say in the videos that the offer is going to disappear. The offer is literally going to disappear in a couple of days. So if you are new to DraftKings, make sure you take advantage of that. It helps me out a ton. It also helps you out a ton. You get free money. Make sure you guys check that out. Just go pick up Hurts instead. That's funny. Devils are up 2-1 on the Maple Leafs. Love to see that. Placed a nice wager on the Devils tonight. Hopefully they can come through. Let me eat that W, famous Jameis Winston style. My nose is so itchy. Oh, so bad. When it gets cold, my room is so cold because I like it cold. Like upstairs, it's so hot, but in my room, it's so cold and makes my nose itchy. I don't know why. Any other questions, fellas? Are you going to be watching the World Cup? I am going to watch the World Cup. My favorite team that I root for is Italy. They are not in it. Those scumbags. So I'm pretty sad about that. I would have been really excited watching the Euros. I was super pumped to see Italy win that. The fact that Italy is not playing makes me sad, but I will still watch some of the games. I don't like I don't love soccer, but like something like the World Cup always interests me, you know. I feel like it interests everyone. Like that's not really a hot take, right? A lot of people watch the World Cup. We actually have a lot of World Cup World Cup information coming onto Stokastic this week. Swift or Robinson? Swift. Yeah, Mari stock is up. I root for Mexico. Mexico. I like Italy, and then I would root for the U.S. obviously because that's where I live. But yeah, I feel like most people don't root for like the U.S. Like most people root for Mexico or they're from Brazil. Like if their family's Brazilian, Brazil. So Neymar time. All right, let's see. It's gonna be exciting. The fact that it's in Qatar though is a little fucked up. Ayuk or Christian Watson? Ayuk. Who's the better play this week? Tony or Sutton? Tony. And then Jamal Williams, and then Titans defense. I'm taking days off to watch the World Cup. USA, then Germany. Germany's always pretty nice with it, based off the top of my head in the World Cup. France also normally pretty good. What time do the games play? Did you guys see how apparently Qatar wants to they paid off the team they're playing like 8 players millions of dollars so that they could win, but they only played 8 players, so who knows what's gonna happen. World Cup schedule. Pull this shit up. Start Johnson or Thielen? I'm playing Thielen. No, I'm playing Johnson. Best adult dating sites. The goddamn porn bots are back. Brazil is always good. That's true. Can I trust the Titans defense? Somewhat. 4 a.m., 7 a.m., 10 a.m., 1 p.m. God damn it, bro. That's annoying. So the first game is on Sunday at 11. Qatar versus Ecuador. That is so annoying. But it is what it is. I understand. They got to play at the ass crack of dawn because, it's in a different country. Central time. Okay. Serbia's my sleeper pick. I forgot who my dad told me he thought was going to win. Was it the Netherlands? I don't know. I don't want to say it because it might be wrong. He'll be back, though, on Sunday to tell us. No, I don't remember who it was. When does the U.S. play? Oh, we play England? That's going to be funny. Gus or Pacheco? I'd play Pacheco. Patriots defense or Green Bay Patriots? That'd be funny. Right before Thanksgiving, the U.S. beats fucking England for the second time. You know what I'm saying? The U.S. beat England already in a war. I usually wake up around that time, so I'm good with that. That makes sense. I try to go to bed early. I go to bed at like I lay down at like 11. Now not during football, but I lay down at like 11, but I always fall asleep like 2. So no matter how much I try to sleep, um, it never works. I can't wake up early. Argentina seems to be the favorite. That makes sense. Johnson, Conklin, or Morel lost Ertz. I'd go with Conklin. Jacoby Myers or Darius Slayton. Rest of the season Myers. Lazard over Amari. I would start Amari over Lazard. Yeah, the U.S. always sucks in the World Cup. I root for Croatia. I like that. I always root for Italy. I'm so pissed Italy's not in it, man. Rooting for Italy is always awesome. When they won the Euros, I was so fucking pumped. Me and my dad watched that. That was so sick. I used to watch soccer all the time with my dad when I was younger, like the Italy team. Used to watch that all the time. So fun. Belgium is the team my dad said was that he likes. Hunt or Pacheco? Pacheco. Go Ted Lasso. That's funny. US plays the Wales on Monday. We got to win that one. Come on. It's Wales. We're the 36% favorites to win, 32% draw, 32% win. Man, the US has to make it to the next round. We got England, Iran, US, and Wales. Come on. The US has got to make it out of that. I hate when sports is so far out there, just like pay-per-view fights start at 2 p.m. Fights are supposed to be at nighttime. I agree with that. I hate. Now, it makes sense, right? They're fighting in some other country. It has to be that time. I hate when it's like, oh, there's this sick UFC card that I want to watch. Shit starts at 2 p.m. Like, who the fuck wants to watch it at 2 p.m.? I love, like, being up till, like, 1 in the morning, watching some crazy shit happen. Go to sleep, you wake up, and then bam, Sunday's football. It's so exciting. But then we don't get that because those assholes over decide to fight in some different country. USA actually is a pretty young squad. All players play in Europe. All right, let's hope so. US of A. The US of A. Hopefully they just make it past like the original round. That's all I hope. Watching France win in 1998 was one of the most exciting World Cups I ever saw. I was not alive in 1998, Spock. I was born in 1999. World Cup winners. Let's see. Who's won recently? Would you trade Rashad White and Rondell Moore for Jamar Chase? Yes, but understand that Chase may never come back. 2026 World Cup will be here in the US and Italy better be in it. I hope so. Hope so. Fucking sucks when Italy isn't in. It sucks that it's every 4 years because it's so exciting. I'm not even a big into soccer, but I really like watching Italy. It makes it so fun. You think Brazil won the World Cup? I don't know shit about the World Cup. I don't know anything about soccer. Like, I'm just being honest with you. I like soccer, but like I don't know shit about it. So like maybe they could win. I don't know. Start Komet or Pat at tight end. I would go with Komet. Hey guys, first time got to trade Carolina backfield for Juju and Damian. Depends. If you need the Carolina running back, then I hold him. If you don't need him, I'm trading him for Juju. Did you watch Adesanya lose last week? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I love your bros. I love your bros. I love your vids, bro. Keep it up. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. I hope everyone enjoyed today's stream. Make sure you hit the like on the way out. But yeah, I did watch Adesanya lose. I was gonna bet on the other guy. I decided not to. I bet on my guy, Michael Chandler. In terms of my favorite UFC fighters, Conor McGregor's my favorite. Iron Mike Chandler's my second favorite. I was pissed when Chandler lost. Now they're talking about Chandler versus Conor, which will be a mental battle for me because I love Chandler, but Conor's the reason why I got into the UFC. I love Conor McGregor, so I'm gonna have to hope Conor wins that. But yeah, fucking that knockout on him was crazy. It was crazy. Quick question: 10 team half PPR. Would you trade Monty and Mostert for Chubb? Yes. Is this guy's for any dropped Kenneth Walker because he's on bye? Oh, that you know what? If it's his first year in the league, you should actually try to be nice and just give it back to him, and then explain to him that that's never happening again. That's what I did. My one friend was new to fantasy last year. They dropped the player, and I said, "Hey, I'm going to add this guy back to your team for you as the commissioner." Everyone in the league agreed. Like it's a dick move to just pick him up, and then we said, after this, you can never do that again. Explain the rules, but if they've done something stupid before and you've explained it to them, that is what it is. They just made it official. That's gonna be interesting. Davis versus Garcia. I don't really like Garcia. Kickoff. It's snowing in Green Bay. How exciting! Thoughts on Volk's fight? Think he beats Islam? I like Volk as well. Islam's nasty though. Islam's good as fuck. I think Volk could beat Islam. Is Islam fighting Volk? Is that what the fight is? Who's he fighting? Very exciting though. Chandler is literally a pitbull. I love Chandler. Gino on bye, waiting for Watson. I want Rogerson and Mariota. Yeah, it's fine. No, Islam takes it. You think Islam takes it? I like Volk, man. I think he's very interesting to watch. I like the UFC a ton. The problem is I'm not like deep in my knowledge. Like I don't have like I watch a lot of UFC fights, but I don't necessarily remember every single fighter. But I also like Jorge Masvidal. And I like Kobe Covington a lot too. Everyone hates Kobe Covington, and that's why I like him. Because it's so funny when he wins. Because everyone gets so pissed off. It's kind of like why I like Connor too, but there's a lot of Conor McGregor dick riders now. But thank you guys for watching. We've been watching for a while. We've been streaming for a while. If you guys want to talk about the UFC, we can talk about it next on Sunday. I decided to play Bobby Trees over Watson tonight. That's fine. I would have played Watson though. Hurst, Johnson, Dolchich, Conklin. I would rather have Dolchich. Islam probably wins, hoping for Volk though. Islam is so good. Watching him fight is crazy. He just mauls people. Volk's the one moving up in weight. Too small. I don't think he's necessarily too small. But we'll see. We'll see. He's definitely going to be the dog in that fight. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back. We'll be back on Sunday. Make sure you guys check out DraftKings if you're new. Bet $5, win $200 in free bets. If your bet wins, new user, click on the link in the video description. I love you guys all. See you guys on Sunday. We'll be back with some more videos too. Love all you guys. Have a great guys' day. Went a little extra on the stream, but I have fun talking to you guys. So I love you guys a lot. See you guys later. Bye bye.